Hi, I've got something you'll be interested in. Those performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 of F1 2017 Career Mode, and we've got more power upgrades. This time it's the crankshaft in the engine, so it's going to give us a slightly more power, so that's 5 power upgrades now, so we're honing in on what we need. And we've also got some pistons upgraded as well, so that's a bit more power, so we've got over 9 brake horsepower extra, and the sponsors are loving what we're doing, so we've got another bonus. So that's all good, everything's going swimmingly so far. And if you look at the R&D tree now, the progress must continue. So we're going to get the oil pressure pump sorted, and we're even going to invest in the fuel technology, which should bring us a very beefy upgrade, but we're going to have to wait 4 weeks for that. That should be ready for the American Grand Prix, which will help on the back straights of Austin. Anyway, it's time for a first lap in Q1. I'm going to let you just have a listen because it's very wet. I think it's plain to see the conditions are not the easiest in the world, but there was a lot of time to find, as you can see from the delta up above on our second lap, and that puts us P4, so we're getting into the groove. The first lap wasn't brilliant, but we're going in there. So the thing is, we're human unlike the AI, who can get up to the limit much closer than we can. Straight up anyway. But on lap 4 now, as we took a breather on lap 3, we're just dancing it through the parabolic and barely putting any locking, using the rear to turn, a bit like a motorcycle really. We're crossing the line. We got P2, so we're being very competitive there. Eventually we sink to P7. Strangely enough though, it's Ricardo that's actually the one lower down. Fernando's out. Hey ho, it's not too bad for us. And here we are in Q2 now. We're going for one and only one lap, so we're going to have to make this one count through the parabolic now. We do turn in, but then we use the rear to turn through exit. It is helping us just about. We go wide, using track that really shouldn't be there, but is there. Where we're going to be? I think we saw P5 just show up. Yes, P5. I'm into Q3, a track where we really shouldn't be performing at all, even though we've got a few upgrades and we have got an engine better than the 2016 Ferrari engine that Sauber has now. So yes, we can now focus on Q3 now. And whenever it comes up, yeah, here we are. Into the parabolic now, and we brake too late. We end up going wide where there used to be grass and gravel, and yes, we have to swiftly abandon that lap, and we decide, you know what, let's not bother finishing, let's just come straight to pits. So they serve Inters because you never quite know. Going way too quickly, so we get a speeding warning. Early warning, no penalties, no fines, strangely enough. So that's good. So it's all do and die. Here we are on the final lap through the parabolic now. We've had a very decent lap so far, but where are we going to be at the end of this lap? Hopefully we can get up quite high, but where are we going to be?
Good work.
P5! That's pretty much where we are. So we're basically just behind the Mercs and the Ferraris.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top 3 are Vettel, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
We'll be there, don't you worry. And plenty of resource points from that, having completed every session and having done quite well. We're over-exceeding the team's expectations. I don't think that's the word, but it is now. We've got a new rival, that's Roman Grosjean. I don't think we're paying too much attention to the rivalry other than just glance over it. Because quite frankly, the rivalry system in this game is broken. I've got someone that's too difficult, or in our case, got someone that's too easy. However, we're not really fighting Grosjean in any sense. But anyway, it's the Italian Grand Prix. Will it be wet, or will it be dry?
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Raikkonen, a McLaren, and Perez, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Grosjean, and Nico Hülkenberg, Ocon, Sainz, Felipe Massa, and Magnussen, Kvyat, Palmer, Fernando Alonso, and Lance Stroll, Wehrlein, and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
And that takes us to our strategy, and we're going to go for a traditional option prime strategy. It'll be nice, simple, one stop, it's Monza. What do you expect? As the lights come on now, and we are going for the Italian Grand Prix, and actually we got a decent start there. Unfortunately, Raikkonen's using his power to get ahead of us, and he's going to try and attack Hamilton down into the Rettifilia, but we're going to back out sensibly and then dive. Hamilton's locking up his primes. He's really determined to not have a crash. Anyway, through the Rettifilia now, and we'll be going through the Curvy Grande now, in the slipstream of the Big Four. We'll be able to do anything, but I think Hamilton might be close to Raikkonen by the looks, or am I going blind? Yeah, I am going blind. Here we are, into the second chicane now. We wisely decide to stay out, and through the Della Roggia. Oh, lovely, still in P5. Now, into the first Lesmo, chucking it in. We have got low aero, so we do need to be sensitive about that, and our aerodynamics are not sophisticated as the cars in front. Through the second now, so we're just sort of hanging on here. Well, this is a circle where I'm expecting us to be swallowed up, as Perez is the car behind us. So, Mercedes powered Force India, that's surely going to be free. The Mercedes haven't actually developed their engines at all in any of their teams for some reason, as we get a cutting warning through Ascari now. Coming out, we're looking good. I mean, the car felt well balanced and everything, so we've got a good car, well balanced, we can fight, but we'll be able to fight properly. And that's the question, as Perez is tucked up behind us as we head into Parabolica. I think the front three will actually find each other very hard there. Anyway, coming out now, as we come to finish lap 1, it's still going to be in P5. It's Vettel that's still holding the lead, but we've got Perez to worry about. He's going to make us go defensive into the Rettifilia, and we've got Ricciardo behind him as well. So, Merc powered engine and Ricciardo after that. It ain't going to be easy. I think Perez actually barges in the back. He gets caught out. A bit like, which race was it where cars kept smashing into our back? Yeah, it was the British Grand Prix. And cars kept smashing into us and losing parts of their front wing, and then lose that performance eventually. That's a strange one. We still have to go defensive on Perez, but we'll be able to hold on into the Della Roggia. We actually have the racing line, so we're okay. And yes, we're still holding on to P5, and whether we'll stay there is going to be interesting. Now coming towards lap 3 now, DRS is a neighbour, but Perez is starting to fall off our back. He's 8 tenths behind, which is much further than he was the lap before. And now into lap 4, the gap at the end of lap 3 is now 3.1. He has lost a lot with his front wing damage there. But that eventually on lap 7, we're going to see that he actually can't keep up with us at all. He's 4.5 seconds behind, so he's learning how to adapt with it. However, too late for him, as Daniel Ricciardo has now passed him. So that's going to make things more interesting, and he's on the option tyres as us. So it's going to be level playing field. Bear in mind, it was a wet Q2, so there are 3 dibs in the top 10. So this is why you're going to see a variety of strategies going on. As look at the gaps now, we're just about keeping Hamilton in check. We're keeping him honest. But Ricciardo is closing in now. He's 3.4 behind. And I forgot to find animation there, and sorry. And on this lap, Ricciardo is now 2.9 behind, I think I saw. It just went as he's... I'm such a professional liner. Anyway, the random stops now. Vettel's pitted in on qualies, and I think he's now on the prime tyre. Right focus is still going to be on Ricciardo as we now go into the podium positions. I think both of the Ferraris started on qualies, and both Mercs started on the prime. So that's quite interesting. I think they're going to do each other's inverted strategy. They're going to try and one stop, but using the qual tyre. Rather than us using the options, But option race is option, as it's Daniel Ricciardo behind us on lap 14 now. Yeah, no lap was handed other than Ricciardo was slowly catching us. We were slowly catching Hamilton. Ricciardo's in a slipstream now, but he ain't catching that Renault power unit. He's weak. Bear man, they've got the most upgraded Renault power unit, even if it is branded as a tag higher. Anyway, that's about that. Lap 14. We have straight to the options, more than half the race. So it's time to make a pit stop. Try not get this wrong. This is the trickiest pit lane, I think, to get down to speed, because it just suddenly comes at you like a click of the finger. There you go, rubbish click of the finger, whatever. Here you go, put it into our pit box now. Off go the option tyres as well as if servers and go on the prime tyre. We have to use these for less than the option, so durability is not going to be an issue. We can give these the full ham treatment. Where we're going to come out in this race, off the limiter now, and it looks like we're firmly in P10, so we're in the points. We're now in the middle of the group that is decided to start on the prime tyre, other than the Mercedes, of course. So this is where we're going to stay, by the way. We've not had a massive undercut from behind. But now, on lap 17 now, Ricciardo's made this up. He's on the qualifying tyre, so we're going to have to make sure we get round him, because those super softs are going to work a treat round Monza. Luckily though, we've just got enough of a grip on our medium tyre. Our prime tyre serving us very well, and now we're up to P9. That's lovely. But down the run to a Sky now, he has DRS. He's not letting us get away with it. He actually badges in the back. That's twice now he's done that to us, because he did the British Grand Prix too. But then eventually got passed by Bottas, and then Bottas had a go at us. So that may negate some of the advantage he's got. That may help us actually, because he's going to be struggling in the corners, which is ironic for Red Bull, and we might just be able to fend him off just. Poor rest of the turn. Anyway, I was going towards the end of the lap 17, and we're going to make it 10 to go as we cross the line. Anytime now, yes. As there are pit stops going, I think Massa's pitted, Grosjean's pitted. They'll go on to the qualies if they're pitting at this time, but we're going to have to focus on Ricciardo yet again, because you never know. Here's Ricciardo. He's prepared to dive bomb, but all is well, and we retain P7 for now. We need not to worry about Sainz. He's another one of those prime tyre runners. But Ricciardo's going to give us some worry. Despite the front wing damage, he's staying with us, showing the prowess of the Red Bull era that he can still stay with us despite damage. Yes, he gives us another tap into Ascari. I wonder if that's going to hurt him even more. I don't know. It remains to be seen. I think he's lost a slight bit more of his front when it's hard to tell from this angle. But he's still chasing us into the parabolic now. However, even in the tow, we're quicker than the Red Bull. This is brilliant. If we can hold off the Red Bull and they can't catch us in a straight line. Yes, that will be part down to setup as well, because they still have the better engine. But who cares? We can fight a Red Bull legit on straight line speed. We're not struggling. That's all well and good. He's about half a second behind us at this point. There are pit stops going on, and Ocon has made his pit stop, and now the cycle has come back around, and we are in P5 at the moment. Ocon has actually got ahead of Ricciardo, because Ricciardo is struggling. So the gap 2.6. Now he's going to be reduced to 1.8. Ocon's going to be quick. He's on fresh options versus our using and wearing primes, and he is catching us towards the end of lap 20 when we can see him in the background. He will be coming for us soon, and he has got Merc power to really do what Perez did early in the race and tag us in the back. Or, unlike his teammate, is he actually going to make a clean pass us on lap 22 now? He's edging closer. He will be getting DRS, so we better be ready, because he's going to be a rocket in a straight line. Because the Force India was the quickest car in a straight line in 2017, other than maybe the Williams. Anyway, on the main straight now, with 5 to go. Ocon has DRS. He's in our slipstream. We're on rich revs though, so hopefully we can do something. What will happen? Into the rest of the field. We have to go defensive. He can break so much later on his fresher tyres. But we've just held him off for now, and getting good traction out the rest of the field, similar to how we got out the Remus curve at Austria. So this is good. On to lap 24 now with 4 to go. Ocon's going to have another go. So we're going to go defensive yet again into the rest of Filia. Will he be able to take us this time? He's overlapping us. Will he actually go? Yes, he does. But we're going to hand him there by releasing the brake, go around the outside of him through the second part of the rest of Filia, and actually traction out. That's excellent. How the hell are we holding on? And yet again, our superior traction means we stay there. But Ocon, however, is not going to give up. And on lap 24, still this lap's reducing love entertainment. He's going to try and take us into Ascari. He's going to take the outside line. He isn't going to whack us in the back, no. He wisely gives us the corner, because otherwise he was going to end in disaster. And there we are. We're staying P5, but only for the next lap for him to try and attack us into Ascari again. I've got ultra defensive. Surely we're going to be toast this time with his Met power kicking in. But power upgrades and the Loera have just about kept us in play. How the hell are we keeping this Force India behind? That is the power of the upgrades that we've got. And that's how to play admit. We're going to have to go very defensive into the Parabolica of all cons. The Parabolica. Let's think about that for a second. And yes, we do lift off. Let him be the one to not get DRS. And we might as well take him through the Parabolica. Excellent. So we will get a bit of sneaky DRS as we go on to lap 26. Here we are. To activate the DRS. And we know it's behind now. Someone's coming as well to make this a three-way fight. Who could it be? Scott Curtis, ain't Ricardo, I can tell you that much. As we now go into the Parabolica, haven't got defense yet, gonna knock on. As we now come round the Parabolica for the final time, but one, as it's about to be the final lap of the Italian Grand Prix. This is just insane, the pass we're having. But see, the micro we ain't toasting a straight line, but Occo's gonna try and disprove the fear, and it's Grosjean that's gone to the back of the group. Here we are, into the Rettifilia. We have to go defensive yet again. We go deep though. So traction out the Rettifilia may be tricky, but we're just about managed it. Grosjean has managed to pass Ocon. He's on the qualifying tire, so he's going to be a threat. Not enough of a threat for us though, because we managed to hold on to P5. I think he lost a lot of time in the back with Ocon. Good job.
Can't complain about that one. That was an excellent drive.
So that was dandy. P5 saw the result there. Somehow I ended up leaving myself not enough time to record for the result. But on the Driver Championship now, all is well. And in the Constructors, P5. I think, quite frankly, we're going to be roughly where we are, really, at the end of the season. I don't expect anything too magical to happen, considering we are starting to run out of power upgrades now. So that is something to consider. 96 points, resource points. That's lovely. So we're developing furthermore after Singapore if all goes well. I need him off being our first driver. So, we're going inside now. Rivalry. Status quo. Just 1 point between. So, it was very good that we managed to just about hold him off. And the team are loving the fact we are thrashing Fernando and beating the race objectives, which are really unambitious. It's so easy in the McLaren Honda to keep the team easy, particularly in the first season. Maybe not so much if there was a second season in this career mode. Sorry that there won't be, but hey ho, I should have started this earlier. Anyway, it's time for some classic car action, so I shall leave you with it. I shall see you next time with the 2004 Ferrari taking you out. Goodbye.
Shining through, it's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light